All right, AgriScience, if you were not in class today, we started on our animal science breeds. We talked about a lot of good stuff today. So just to kind of give you a quick recap, you need to go ahead and knock out that outline all the way through beef breeds. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stop once dairy breeds start. So we just went over how breeds are a common group of animals. A purebred animal means that it has never been bred with any other type of cow or hog or pig. So a Duroc's always been a Duroc, an Angus has always been an Angus. And whereas crossbreeding is where you blend traits from two different breeds together. Just a little fun fact about beef. There's over 800,000 producers, and the beef industry accounts for 75% of all money that's earned. We went over terms. The biggest thing about that is that we talked about the difference between a heifer and a cow. A heifer is a young female cow. In order to become a cow, she must first have a calf. So once a female has a calf, it then becomes a cow. Just a couple breeds we looked at is the Angus. The biggest or most important thing to know about Angus is that it is the #1 cow for meat quality. It's the #1 type of meat in the United States, and that it is a solid black breed of cow. Now, there is a red Angus, but that is a separate breed altogether. This is a black Angus. Notice the ear tag, right, like we were talking about in the tools. And then this is a red Angus, its own separate breed. Herefords are a really easy cow to identify. They're a red cow with a white face. They originate from England. If an Angus is 1A, a Hereford is 1B when it comes to meat quality. One thing you can notice is this is a cow and not a heifer, right? If you look at the udder, it is producing milk. The only time a cow is going to produce milk is if she's lactating because she has a calf. So this is a cow, right? Shorthorns, the biggest thing about shorthorns is that they're bred into different breeds. The biggest reason is that it makes it easier for other breeds to give birth, right? Which is a really important thing when you're talking about sustaining your herds. Exotic breeds, you want to make sure that you highlight these two things right here, right? If your calf can grow faster, you can sell it sooner, which means you make more money. So faster growing calves is what we call an economic advantage. Faster growing calves, economic advantage. The Charolais is from France. It's also another easy cow to identify. It's solid white in color. Probably the only downfall about Charolais is the calf size. They have a really large calf, and so a lot of times you have to assist them giving birth. Limousines are typically blended into other types of cows. Same thing with Simmentals. You notice the first thing that stands out is kind of the short, stumpy legs, and then the really fat neck. Has a really good bloodline. Like I said, a lot of time you can find that mixed with Angus and other breeds. And then American breeds, there's no cows that really are natural here or occur naturally from the United States. American breeds were developed, which means different cows were blended together to receive or produce the desired traits that we want. The biggest thing is just about all American breeds were crossed with a Brahman. Brahmas are from India. They're resistant to heat. And if you think back to the Corn Belt, where it starts in Arizona and Texas and Missouri, really, really hot summer times. So they wanted to have a cow that was able to withstand long periods of heat. So Brahma, right, India, it's really easy to identify because of the hump over its shoulders. You can see the large ears, right, oily skin. All right, and that's what a little baby Brahma looks like, all right? It's got those big cute ears on it, right? So that's your little baby Brahma. And then a Texas Longhorn, it's a feral cattle. Feral means wild. So these cows were discovered along the Texas-Mexico border. So these were a wild cow. Their horns from tip to tip can extend up to 7 feet. This is not close to 7 feet. This is probably about 3.5 feet. So maybe 4. So you're talking about another 1.5 to 2 feet on each side. That's a really large cow, okay, for as far as for horns go. And that's what a Texas Longhorn is. Most people are familiar with those. And then we stopped at dairy breeds today. So once again, just go ahead and knock that outline out up until you get to dairy breeds. And then we'll resume tomorrow in class. And I hope you all have a great evening.